guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are one of my subscribers, and thank you so much for that. Real quickly, before we jump into today's reading, I do want to mention that the free personal reading giveaway is still going on, so there are 2 more spots left. If you're interested in participating, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. So go ahead and check that out for all the details, and we'll get right into it. So today's reading was also suggested by one of my Instagram followers, and it is, will they offer their cup of love to you? Okay, so this reading is meant to be for a new relationship, someone that you're interested in, or potentially a relationship that had ended and is starting over again, or there's a want to start things over again, okay? And when I was thinking about which cards I wanted to use, which decks I wanted to use, I really wanted to focus on your person of interest, okay? So their perspective, their thoughts, their feelings, more so than on you as the viewer, right? Because of the question that was posed. So keep that in mind, but do remember that because these are general readings, take the cards as they resonate with you, okay? So if it does feel like the perspective is the opposite, but the cards still make sense to you, take it that way, okay? So we do have 3 groups again today. This would be group 1, group 2, and group 3. And group 1 has a blue flower, group 2 has the white flower, and group 3 has the orange flower. So go ahead and take a minute to figure out which one of these groups is calling to you, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so hopefully you've been able to make a decision, and we will go ahead and get started with group 1. So I'll move these over here. All right, group 1. We have the Eagle. We have Grove. We have Getting to Know Each Other and Separation. Okay. All right, so we'll start with the first card, the Eagle. And the Eagle is said to come from new beginnings, okay? So this could be starting over with someone, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, or the start of a new relationship, okay? So you may feel like love comes easily to this person, because this card says that for the Eagle, there are no obstacles, okay? Only opportunities. The Eagle also talks about someone who could feel like they're in a rut. So, you know, their daily routine could be weighing on them, making them feel like almost trapped in just like the day-to-day. And this card also talks about having a choice to make. So the person that you're interested in could have a choice to make. They could need to free themselves from a situation. And when I see this card come up, I always think about somebody contemplating moving out, okay? So moving to a new location, or overall just changing their current residence, okay? It talks about needing for them to focus on their priorities and make a decision. You know, this could also be a career, job, or related to some type of like school, trade school, college, that type of thing. So if that resonates, if those issues are something that your person of interest is dealing with, okay, then this group would definitely be for you. And then moving on to the second card, we have Grove. And Grove symbolizes the need to apologize to someone, okay? This card wants you to make friendships or relationships whole again. This card also states that someone's heart could have been wounded in the process. So that also gives me the feeling that this would be a person that you have already dated previously, and that you feel like there is a need, or they could feel like even there is a need for them to apologize to you for something that was done in the past. Okay? And if we move on to the Romance Angels card, we have getting to know each other. And then the bottom part of this says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So with this card, the Romance Angels are guiding you to create intimacy with your partner by revealing your true feelings, okay? So your dreams, your desires, the other innermost aspects of yourself. So if you're already in a relationship, this is a message of healing through honest, dialogue, through honest conversations. It could symbolize the need to, sit down with a counselor, or, if not that, then to have those types of open communication with, the promise to let each other express yourselves without judgment by the other person, or, with the intention that you can be open and honest without those conversations leading to arguments. Okay? So again, this card is telling me that you guys have some issues to deal with, to work through. There's a need to be completely honest with each other so that you can get past, whatever these issues were that you dealt with the first time around, so to speak. Okay? And then we have the next card, Separation. And the message here says, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So this could mean one of two things for me. So this card could be just reiterating or kind of like backing these cards up and saying that, with this person, there has been previous separation, and there is a, coming back together and then working on these issues, the apology that needs to take place to make this work, okay? Or for some of you, maybe this is more of a warning, okay, saying that, separation could be on the horizon, like this card says. So if that's the case, that would tell me that, when it comes to the opening up, being honest, having those conversations, if that doesn't go well, or maybe you can't handle, not even just you, but maybe even the other person can't handle the truth of the situation. Maybe there's some sort of a betrayal here, or something that, you just can't look past, or your partner just can't look past, and there's not a way to, make this work and have that stable foundation that every relationship needs to build upon, okay? So that's what I'm getting for group 1. If you chose this group, I hope that you found it helpful in some way. And we'll go ahead and move on to group number 2. And for you guys, we have the corn. Okay. We have beauty. We have express your love. And we have honeymoon. Okay. Yeah, this has a good overall message, I feel like, just right off the bat, okay? So we'll get started with the corn. And I'll let you guys take a look at the card as well. And this card talks about abundance, okay? So it could be referring to material or even emotional wealth, right? It talks about putting in the work or effort, like planting a seed and taking care of it so that it grows healthy and strong, like a relationship, okay? It does warn to be aware of shortcuts, be mindful of feelings of entitlement or taking something or someone for granted. So this card could mean that this person could also be frugal or maybe like stingy with their money or their wealth, their abundance. Or if stingy or frugal is too strong of a word, it could just symbolize that they aren't really comfortable spending a lot of money. They would prefer to save. So that's a good quality to have, right? As long as they're not too stingy. But being able to save, that's a good quality to have. So if that kind of describes your person of interest, if that resonates with you, that'll just let you know that this group is for you. Okay? So we'll move on to the second card, which is beauty. And I'm noticing the fact that we have 2 cards here that are plant related. Okay? So we have corn and we have this rose. So this could symbolize the growth of a new relationship, meaning that if you picked this group, this could more than likely be somebody new for you, somebody that you haven't been with in the past, okay? So this card talks about recognizing the beauty in someone, thorns and all, right? Accepting, appreciating someone for their outward beauty as well as their inner beauty. This is definitely a positive card for this reading, and it denotes happiness and contentment with the people around you, right? So if this is, again, in the perspective of your love interest, like, you make this person happy, okay? They see the beauty in you, okay? And then if we take a look at the next card, we have Express Your Love. And the message here says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So with this card, it wants the individual to express his or her love, okay? And it falls perfectly in line with the previous 2 cards. So I can safely say that yes, this person will express their love to you. There's even a reference actually with this card that talks about, sending flowers to your love interest, right, as a romantic gesture. So if we take that into consideration, then we've got 3 cards here that mention flowers, plants, planting a seed, something new, something that grows, right? So that's really a neat synchronicity there with those cards. And moving on to the next card, which is again a positive card for you guys, we have Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So with this card, it clarifies the potential that you two have for actually starting up a relationship. So if this is somebody that you're just interested in at this point, or you're just starting to talk to them, this reading is showing that there's potential for this to move on to the next level. Okay. Because the honeymoon card, it talks about that great honeymoon phase of a relationship when everything feels perfect between you guys. Everything is the best that it can be, right? There's no arguments, you guys get along, there's that strong physical attraction. It's the best part of a relationship, right? So that's a really great reading for you guys. I hope you found that helpful. And we will go ahead and move on to group number 3. All right, group 3. Let's see what we have. We have the circle. We have self-worth. We have attraction and make the effort. Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started with the first card, and I'll let you guys take a look at that. So when I see this card, the circle stands out to me like the Wheel of Fortune card in traditional tarot. Okay, so you can see the circle here, and the card is obviously called the circle as well. So it talks about cycles, right? The ending of one cycle opens up the door to a new cycle. So this card could indicate a big change has recently occurred or is about to occur for your person of interest. So in saying that, I feel like maybe for some of you guys, this could mean that your love interest has recently gotten out of a relationship. Okay, so they've recently ended a relationship that they were in. And this card asks the person to try not to let disappointment bring them down, because life is meant to have its ups and its downs, because you can't have one without the other, okay? So referencing again the Wheel of Fortune card, that talks about like the path of someone's destiny. So it could mean that, you are this person's destiny. They were destined to have their previous relationship kind of fall apart, so that that new door could be opened and they could start something up with you. Okay? And moving on to the second card here, we have self-worth. So with this card, it tells me that because of what this person has recently gone through in their previous relationship, they're going to have some baggage, right? So you have to allow for them to carry that baggage into a new relationship with you. So they could have obviously some self-esteem or some self-worth issues that they need to work on, to work through, hopefully. And maybe you'll be able to help them heal that and remind them that, they deserve someone better than who they had in the past, right? They're worthy of, a better, more even relationship, right? And then if we take a look at the next card, we have attraction. And the message here says, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And you have a woman here, smelling the roses. You know that old saying, smell the roses. So with this card, when this comes up in a reading, the person needs a reminder that they will be seen as more attractive by others when they are in a better place mentally and emotionally. Because when someone is laughing and they have a lighter vibration, people are going to be more attracted to that, than someone who looks and acts like they're miserable, right? And, it's totally fair and realistic when you end a relationship, depending on how, what the feelings were there. You're allowed to be miserable, but this card is just saying to remember that in order to, have that new door, that second chance, you have to, smell the roses. You have to remember that you're more attractive when you're on that higher vibration, when you can still see the beauty in things, even through your pain, right? And so, it really backs up this self-worth card, in a more, aggressive way. It's saying, remember your self-worth. Remember to smell the roses. Remember that you want to be in a better place so that you can attract something new and something better in, right? So, into the next card, we have Make the Effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And I'll let you take a look at the card as well. And ironically enough, this card really backs up this card. Just how this card really backs up this one here. This card also says that you have to learn to let someone in again, because people want to love you. That your person of interest, he or she, is lovable and desirable. So this could very well be telling you, as the viewer, that you have to remind this person that they deserve love, okay? So you could be really important to them in the process of helping them work through their issues and get them to open up to you. So I do feel like I should, warn you that this could be a lot of work on your end. This person comes with, like I said, quite a bit of baggage, okay? So you're gonna have to be patient. If this is what you want, there's going to be a lot of giving on your end before this person is able to open up and start, giving that back to you. The potential is definitely there for them to eventually open up, let you in, and for them to express their love to you, like in this picture here. But like I said, it's going to take some effort on your end, and you're going to have to be patient. So you're going to have to really help them through their emotional baggage, their issues with their own self-worth. And, maybe this other person could still kind of be hanging around too. Because if this person is as good as what I feel like this reading is telling me, the person that they ended this relationship with has to know that on some level, right? They're going to know that, they lost somebody good. So I feel like there could, because this is so recent, I feel like this is a recent ending for them. Not only could they be having this emotional baggage that they're still carrying, but I feel like this person could also be lingering in the background. So you're going to also have to be patient with that. I'm not saying at all that this person is going to be tempted to go back to them. It's just going to be that annoyance, ugh, Is he or she calling you again? Are they texting you again? Like, what is their deal? Like, they screwed up. When are they going to realize it's over? That kind of thing. But I do have a good feeling about this reading. Like I said, I feel like if you are willing to put in the work and you're patient enough, right, that this could bloom into a good relationship. So I hope you found that helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.